Can you explain your take on our market share in 429? What would be your strategy to improve it?
My take on market share. Market share it's something that fluctuates over time depending on, the amount of work that we have going on. It fluctuates on other things, the size of our membership, how well we've done organizing, um, those other factors. There's a lot of variables to it, but really, as far as increasing our market share in a meaningful way, I think that all starts with organizing electrical workers, organizing contractors, signing new contractors, developing the relationships we have with our existing contractors. Um, Working with, I guess while I've been the business manager, getting to work with the leadership at our NECA chapter, other NECA chapters um, that are within the 10th district, um, you know, getting to know those folks in that organization that are the up and coming leaders. For them, I'm really optimistic about, how both of our futures look, both sides of that coin. Um, you know, um, uh, the folks that I'm seeing coming up in their ranks, especially, they're also doing a lot of investing. Fostering positive cultures, developing effective, positive leaders within, their ranks. So, I'm seeing that happen in real time. So I'm very optimistic. Um, there's another big part is comes down to policing ourselves, holding ourselves and our peers accountable, especially on job sites. We constantly have to be mindful that we're putting our best foot forward. I think it's easy to kind of take that for granted, and forget that sometimes we have to be intentional about things like that. Um, and the IBW Constitution tasks the business manager with developing those good relations with employers. So if you step back and kind of look at how that trickles down, um, when somebody's not fulfilling their responsibility to the IBW and the local, that responsibility to be professional, that responsibility to be accountable, and knowledgeable in your trade. It undermines the business manager's job. And really, it just hurts the entire local. So I think it's interesting. Everybody obviously is entitled to their own opinion, but I've never understood. I don't know that I ever will. I don't understand. Why? How could somebody, purposely s- smear toxic garbage and what do they say? Air out your dirty laundry. Why does that stuff get smeared all over, social media or uh, get put out there in public? It's just trashing other members or employers or whatever. I just don't understand it. But all of those things that I just talked about, all of it, they're all part of the bigger picture of gaining market share. So all those things are important.
Sure.
Okay, so market share is the amount of work that the local has within its jurisdiction, which I believe right now is between 22 and 24%. That is not great, but I've seen it worse. Um, One of the things that's important about market share that I think a lot of members would be interested in is that if the market share gets to a certain level, say 85, 90%, that would give us the leverage to ask the IO to remove the no strike clause from our contracts, which I think we all can agree would be beneficial. Um, Now we are a long way from that, but it's something to strive for. So what I would like to see done is historically we have the business development side and the membership development side kind of in unison. I would like to separate those two. I would like to bring on a few members to the business development side that are acquainted with the concerns and the issues that the contractors may have, that know how to speak their language, right? That can talk to them and explain to them the benefits of managing their work with IBEW members. At the same time, have the membership development side organizing their workers. So we can have a top-down and a bottom-up working together but separate, if that makes sense. I think with that, we have an opportunity to see our market share increase, because you can organize all the workers you want, but you're not increasing the market share. You're just increasing membership. If you organize the contractors, you're doing both. And that's what we should shoot for.
I'd say that we can definitely increase our market share, and that's going to be a huge focus for me. I'll probably obsess about it, to be honest. How can we increase our market share in downtown? I think some of the tactics that have been used in the past haven't necessarily been as effective as they could be, and I'd like to change some of that and tweak on it a little bit to make it where we can get back some of that market share that we've lost, but also capitalize on new market share and push out some of the non-union contractors. There's different things we can do to become more competitive against those non-union contractors, and investigate some of those other markets. I don't even want to exclude residential, to be honest. I think all the markets, downtown area, all of that, we want to be able to try to capitalize on.